Let's meet up with the king. Is he any good? No, his leader. Highly charismatic leader, apparently. Upper suite. Finally, a stroke of good fortune. We must convince the king to help us. Oh dear, it's Osric. I'd hoped it wouldn't come to this. How? We had a plan to do exactly this.
Welcome.
Sire, I bring before you someone who has been invaluable to our campaign against the Aielund swine. His name is Rammer Swift, a former Lord of Aielund, who for reasons unknown is now wishing to offer his services to Tusone. So, what have we here? It seems that my trusted general of the armies of the south has brought before me the hero of Colony, and the slayer of the Iron Lord, and none other than the Princess of Aielund herself. Greetings, King Osric. It is a pleasure to see you once more, though I wish it were under better circumstances. So formal, my dear. There was a time when we were arranged to be married. It was a long time ago, Osric, and the circumstances have changed. Not as much as you might think. I still yearn for you, Criosa. Osric, please don't. This is hardly the time or place to discuss something that happened years ago. Ramir and I have come before you to talk about far more important matters. As you wish, Criosa. We will talk about it more another time. For now, I'm curious as to what brings you to my country. Lawful, evil, neutral. I'll go with the neutral. Probably. Highness, I will just get straight to the point. King of Aielund has gone stark raving mad, and I wish to seem him deposed. I offer my services in the hope that the enemy of my enemy will be my friend. Right. Then why should I trust you, O fallen one? Because I have already saved your nation twice. Once by defeating the Iron Lord just 2 years ago, and again just yesterday by preventing a massive incursion by the forces of Aielund on your southern front. If this does not earn your trust, then perhaps you would prefer to execute me for the second time this week. I'd rather you didn't, if it's all the same to you. I assure you, madam, that will not be necessary. It seems that fate has brought you to us for a reason, O defier of death. Perhaps we can work together after all, for I do indeed have need of someone with your particular talents. However, our logistical resources are vastly limited, as we have been hit hard by the treacherous Aielunders over the last 2 years. I understand, your majesty. However, I believe I have another way to improve Tusone's logistical position. King Osric's eyes light up. Then perhaps we stand a chance in this god-forsaken war after all. What is it that you have in mind, O liberator of nations? The first thing that we need to do is to procure the Scepter of the Ages from the grasp of Aielund's Archmage. The scepter will allow us to disable King Samish's new armor, without which all of the armies in all the lands would be useless against. Ah yes, I have heard of this scepter. And what do you propose we do once we have the scepter? acquiring which will be a task akin to slaying an ancient red dragon, protecting its young from a greater demon prince of the ninth circle of hell. I humbly suggest that you allow me to lead a small strike force of elite warriors by ship into Fairlock's harbor, then take the castle through a secret passage that I know of. However, to achieve this, I will require that a large attack be staged against the city to divert attention away from our operation. Indeed, the truly inspiring suggestion with only one small shortcoming. We don't actually have a large army to stage a diversion. The master-at-arms next to him whispered something in his ear. However, my aide believes your plan has merit, so I shall consider its possibilities. Believe me, I must speak to my advisors. Do not ponder too long, Majesty. Time is a luxury we do not have. I will take the necessary time to consider this and no more. General, please escort our dear ally here to suitable accommodations. Rest, Ramir. Tour our fair city if you will, and see to your equipment. While you avail yourself of our shops, look upon the destruction wrought by the Aielund King during his invasion of Merfell, and remember, I shall return here in a few hours to speak with you some more. Until then, I bid you adieu. The king's eyes linger on Criosa for a long moment, then he turns to leave. If you would please come with me, sir, I will show you to your accommodations. Your chambers are upstairs. Feel free to use them at your leisure. Good day. Don't strictly speaking need to rest, but we might as well. Brief history on the Kingdom of Tusone. I don't care. Unless there's a Tusonian version of an island or lord popping up somewhere.
Oh, someone give me a hand. This is too much to carry.
Yeah, I thought I had died there for a second. No, just carry weight problems. That's trivial to handle though. Right, we're going shopping. Can I talk to you about these things?
Well met.
Nothing special going on. However, we need to start increasing our wealth. Primary focus on my personal gear for simple practical reasons. I don't know if I can hold on to these. Support NPCs. NPCs just keep shifting around just all too often. So if I had to pick one, I'm picking myself. Reconciling clothing.
Welcome.
I have heard much of Merfell, but I have never seen it firsthand. It's smaller than I had imagined.
Commerce district, the docks, sewers, church, mage tower.
Hello.
Welcome to our church. It's a pleasure to have you here. Is there some way I can assist you?
Supplies. Lyrics who? 36,000. Think she's paying reasonable sums for this shit. Right. And still seems fairly expensive though. We might be able to get a better price somewhere else. $50,000 for a pair of gloves. Sonic damage. Attack bonus +5. We'll have to pick an item so that we can use to compare prices. Something that I won't sell away. It has to be cheap enough. Okay, ring protection +5. 12,155. Mage's Tower. I'd like to find a druid in the city if at all possible. Small ice element. Archmage Michel Dupont.
Hello.
Ah, the newcomer enters my presence. So you know of my history? I do indeed. News of your arrival is not exactly a secret. To be honest, I am uncertain as to whether this is good or bad, but in our position it could hardly get worse. I'm the Archmage Michel. Let's go with Michel. Michel sounds like a girl. Archmage Michel. Currently the ranking wizard in this region. Aside from the enemy, of course. Is there some way I may be of service? What is that small creature strutting around over there? Ah, that is evidence of my lateral thinking and intelligence. Instead of putting up with the terrible heat of our summer, I merely summon that ice elemental once a day to provide my tower with a pleasantly cool environment. Clever. Clever indeed. Yes, clever. Perhaps too clever for my own good. What do you mean? When I came up with the idea for the elemental conditioning system, the king was very impressed. As you may have noticed, it is exceedingly hot outside at this time of year.
We've noticed. It's almost as bad as the desert out there, but in here it's quite bearable.
It certainly is. Did the king want you to make one for the palace? He did, but a small elemental like this would not have been nearly enough for the palace, so I attempted to make a much larger creature. You failed? No, I succeeded. Beyond my wildest dreams. Such a creation. The coldest elemental I have ever made. I named it Frostilicus, for truly it was the king of all elementals. I'm sensing that things went badly somehow. Frostilicus was beyond my power to control. It broke out of the tower and rampaged around the city before fleeing into the sewers. With everything going on, I have not had the time or the resources to confront it. But perhaps if you were to help... You want me to try and capture it? It cannot be controlled. I fear for the safety of my city should it be allowed to roam free. I think that it must be destroyed. I can do that. Alas, I wish there were some other way, but we do what we must. Go to the sewers and track it down, then use whatever means at your disposal to banish it. Here, take this key. You will need it to open the gate. It seems to have some other way of getting to the surface, but the gate has been locked to prevent anyone entering there by accident. and meeting a horrible death. That's prudent thinking. Alright, I'll be back when I've finished it up. I see the
Hello.
shopping capabilities. Price check 13,000. Okay, that. More money from the swords. This is at least a better shop. Some mildly interesting things. The point being, we could buy back stuff from this place. So it's a good place to sell things. Necklace of fireballs. Can fire fireballs of different level. A lot of weak ones or a couple of powerful ones. Yeah, I gotta buy the bags of holding. I just have to. I also buy the chime of opening. Lens of detection, yeah, this is the basics of the basics. If I lose Criosa for any reason, I'm gonna be fucked with the doors and traps. Thunderclap. Right, right. 100,000 gold. Right, right. Not bad at all. Bags of holding thirst. I never once regretted buying so many previously. I doubt I'll regret it now. So, lens of detection. We have the way to get rid of traps, chime of opening, a way to get through blocks. Uh, I'm not gonna buy anything of all the expensive now until I see what options we have available. Certain things are more valuable than others. Basic armoring and the like is priority at the moment. However, 4 bags of holding, very useful. Right, chime of opening, lens of detection. Perfect. I'll go to commerce district first if I can. Likeliest place to find the equipment we need. But in general, I think I'll just collect the quests. Some destroyed buildings. Murphle Smithy. Boyer and Fletcher. It's not much of a city. We're clearly meant here to do a few small things, but it's not going to be much of an adventure in this town. Castan.
What do you want?
This man is smoking a thin cigar as he repairs equipment that lies scattered around the workshop. As you approach, he addresses you without turning from his work. So the great trader comes to visit Gaston, hmm? Looking to get some quality equipment? Actually, yes. Well, you can't forget about it. The army, they have it all. I have here that which they could not themselves fix, and nothing more. Ha! They have turned me from an artist into a repairman. I'm in need of a quality weapon, something special, but I'm also short on cash. Is there some sort of arrangement we can come to? Huh, you seek to employ me for less than what being paid to do this work? Your arrogance impresses even me, Outlander. Well, it was a thought. Wait, I just had an idea pop into my head. You are used to dealing with less than reputable people, you know? Scumbags? Yeah, I've dealt with them before. Hmm. I will confide in you now something that must not be spread around. When the new king ordered me to make more weapons and armor by any means necessary, I was in trouble. For my supplies of metals and such were very low. I had to resort to illegal means in order to keep our soldiers equipped.
Desperate times call for desperate measures. I just hope you didn't get in over your head.
That, mademoiselle, was always a risk, but I could not fail my country. There is a man to whom I am in considerable debt. A wretch of a man. He has contracts in the desert that acquire for him anything he needs, and it is he that I owe my meager supply of metals to. He is now calling in his favors and asking for something which I cannot give. What exactly? I will not speak of it, but if you can persuade this man to clear my debt, I will create for you a magnificent weapon. Sure, doesn't sound too hard actually. What is this man's name? He is known as Rene. He and his thugs have a business just to the west of here. You will need the secret password to enter. When you knock on the door, say Liberty, then you will be permitted to enter. Alright, I'll go and take care of this for you. Then we can talk about your payment. Thank you, Outlander. I will be waiting here for word from you. Good luck.
What do you want?
Inks. Lots and lots of inks. Very basic weapons. Non-magical versions of, I think, pretty much everything. What does the princess have? Gladius plus 3 is going to be better than a non-magical rapier. Harnished shit plates and armor. Plus 2 light, well, this is actually plus 0 light armor, but it provides bonuses against evil creatures, so it's more or less just a studded leather armor. Right. Nothing at all worthwhile. So this is a waste of time. Also, it's not a particular good shop anyway. So going for this little favor here seems to be the only way to get something useful out of this. Not sure what the Boyer and Fletcher could offer us, but doesn't hurt us to go and check.
Yes? Hello?
Nice prices. It's probably the best shop so far. And an unfavorable reaction to me. Well, we'll know where to sell all the extra equipment. Don't want to buy anything from him ever. So, 2 small tasks. Charles Bodine.
Yes?
This man looks like he hasn't slept in several days. Yes, can I help you? Excuse me, I wondered why you are praying. It is a personal matter. I would do this inside, but my house, it is far too hot. I'm sorry if I disturbed you. Not at all. You seem upset. Is there anything I can do to help, mister? Charles Bodine at your service. You seem to be some sort of druid, correct? I'm in dire need of assistance. In fact, that is what I was praying for. I'm Rammer Swift. What kind of assistance? You see, my wife Ellen, she has been kidnapped and I cannot do anything to help her. The city watch is unable to get involved and I have no other options open to me. Why are the city watch unable to help? You think it would be their job? Ordinarily, yes, but the people who took her, the king has forbidden the watch to attempt to arrest them. Who exactly are the people who took your wife, and why did they take them? You are not from around here, are you? They are called the Syndicate, foreigners who operate illegal businesses here in the city. In times past, they were keeping their activities to a minimum, so as not to attract attention. But with our military away, they have become bold. And your king refuses to confront them. Out of practicality, I'm sure. He does not have the manpower. The last time he tried to shift them from the dogs, he lost 8 good men and was forced to withdraw. The dogs are not to be traveled lightly, for they have gone to the dogs. Right. And this syndicate have taken your wife. Any particular reason, or are they simply trying to keep up their evil bad guy image? They often take people for their own reasons. There is never warning nor explanation. I shudder to think what she must be going through. Okay, I've heard enough. Do you have any idea where they've taken her? There can be only one place. They have an old frigate in the harbor called the Northern Star. It is their base of operations and the core of their strength. I cannot ask anyone to go, for their lives would be in great peril. No need to ask. I'm offering. Innocent people shouldn't suffer from this damned war any more than they already are. Any more than they already am. Right. Also, I hate evil organizations. Saints be praised. If you would do this, I will offer you a magnificent reward, worthy of a true hero. Look for a man named Captain Edgar Vance. I do not know if you can deal with him peacefully. Deal with him you must. I'll look into it. Wait here, Charles. I'll be back with your wife as soon as I can. So, evil is afoot and I need to fix everything again. Let's start with this.
I greet you.
The looming half-orc before you squints at you with red-rimmed eyes. What do you want? I want to speak with your boss. Is that right? What's the password then? Liberty. Yeah, that's the one. Go in then. I don't really expect all these to end up in fights, but at the same time, I might as well make some basic preparations. A water elemental. He's going to do a mass drown the moment fight starts, so if we have to go against human opponents, with any luck he's going to basically end the fight right then and there. Business club. But I don't think there's gonna be a fight here.
I greet you.
He's watching me.
It seems that every city has its seamy side. I don't care for this place at all.
René Nathel Merrim. Okay, people. Could you please follow me?
Hello.
Go away, you annoying peasant.
Salutations.
This refined man is talking to his associates as you approach. No, 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 my dear. You cannot compare the two of them. The 851 Cabernet is far superior. Pardon me, are you René? If you are here in this room, one would assume that you already know the answer to that. I'll take that as a yes. I want to speak with you about Gaston. Ah, the finest smith in the land. A credit to our great nation. That's the one. Apparently he's in your debt and he wants to be out of your debt. And he spoke with you about this? Are you a friend of his or some kind of mercenary? Well, something like that. I see. Did Gaston give you any reason to think that you would be more than successful in speaking with me than he has been? No, but I have a history of dealing with all sorts of problems. Is that so? Well, I must disappoint you, for you see, Gaston owes me a great deal. Indeed, the entire kingdom does. This is not something I'm prepared to simply forget. I will be paid.
Poor Gaston is clearly unable to pay his debt to you. Are you totally bereft of compassion?
Yeah, that's going to convince him.
Why, yes I am.
Nelise shakes her head.
Then I pity you to waste your life on purely material concerns at the expense of your fellow man.
Did you come here to preach to me or to do business? I will suffer no more of this woman's twisted puritanical diatribe. Nelise is finished speaking. Aren't you, Nelise? Good. So, what if I offered you something of equal value in exchange for freeing Gaston? You. Who are you? You are nothing, stranger. I have the entire kingdom in my pocket, and you offer me what exactly? I'm a druid of unequal skill. Surely I can be of some use. A druid of unequal skill, is it? It occurs to me I have a task or two for someone of your particular talents. What exactly do you need?
Not far from here there is a house, in which resides a gentleman of means by the name of Pascal Bousseau. Like our dear Gaston, this man owes me a great deal. I would like for you to go to him and take that which I am owed.
Which is?
He is in possession of 3 paintings of considerable worth. Bring them to me.
And this will cancel the great debt you spoke of?
Yes, it will.
I don't understand.
I didn't ask that you understand. If you cannot fulfill my request, then we have nothing further to discuss.
Ah, never mind, I can do it. Where exactly is this place? Rene smiles and sips his wine.
You will find the house in question in the southwestern corner of the government district. Get inside there, you will find 3 paintings, most likely hanging on the walls. Bring them to me.
Alright, I'll return when I have them.
Good. Oh, and be careful. Druid without equal. The gentleman will likely not part with them willingly.
I'll try to keep that in mind. Um, mm, uh, I certainly don't want to kill anyone because of this, so I'll go try to do it the stealth way. Although I don't have, or do I? Do I have some sort of? I can buff my stealth capabilities through spells, but don't I have invisibility? No. I'd rather kill these guys than some kind of a random innocent. At the same time, there's a good chance I can avoid killing anyone. The mage probably has a potion of invisibility. I could use potions of clarity too, now that I think about it. That's the house. Let's deal with our... I don't know. Which problem first? I'll go buy the potions and head north, because the water elemental will be most useful against living humanoid opponents versus an ice elemental.
Hello.
You don't sell potions, right? Maybe the clerics? Someone's gonna sell potions.
Hello.
Hello. Yes, but not invisibility potions. Still, potions of clarity are absolutely vital, especially since I'm geared so poorly. Let's stick with 8 for now. Potion peel, sure, I'll buy a couple. Also a couple of restoration potions. It's a boat. Scarlet Lady, that was not the boat. A ramp to what ship? Syndicate.
And just what the hell do you think you're doing about the ship? Wait, don't answer that. There's nothing you can say that would convince me. Just get the hell off before we kill you.
I seek an audience with Captain Vance.
Is that so? Do you have an appointment?
Well, no I don't.
Ah well, I can't let you see him without an appointment. A very busy man is Captain Vance.
Okay, so where do I make this appointment?
Well, you would have to make it with the captaincy. He handles his own affairs personally. Doesn't need no secretary.
How can I make an appointment if I can't get in there to see him?
That's not my bloody problem now, is it?
It is now, because I'm going to beat you to a pulp, you annoying bastard.
I bring judgment!
Syndicate sailors. Let's beat the shit out of them. Are they any good? Where am I? I can't attack them.
The justice to come!
Plus 2 scimitars, that should be worth a few thousand. Good. Ship's bell. It's a wheel, I don't think we want to ring the bell for any reason here. I've been in other ships before.
I'll kill you! You'll see!
Thugs. More or less rogues of low level, or at least compared to me.
The battle is on!
Still, that's a lot of thugs.
All fun and games!
Plus 3 short swords. Every penny is valuable. You do not do that.
Get on them! Attack, I say!
Why was it trapped? It's an empty room. Doesn't really matter, I guess. Stay there.
Hold this spot right here.
It's hard to loot when they're all
Fair
standing
enough.
here on top, next to each other.
Get on them! Attack, I say!
Guess I got most of them anyway. Where's the captain?
Fear the justice to come!
No escape! I'll see you dead! Nope.
I'd like to find the captain before trying to release anyone. There should be more corpses there. It's very hard to navigate here. The automatic movement doesn't particularly work all that well. Okay, there's at least 3 people there, and I've looted 2. There we go. Mordecai's sword, right. I sort of saw something being created here. Means there's very likely a high level wizard here. Syndicate. I don't particularly want to lose the summoned creature. Kill the wizard. Greater Hood of Clarity. Slippery Mind. Concentration +4 intelligence. Fear immunity. Well, I could use it too. It's probably the worst. Female captives. Right, so slaves probably.
Bonjour.
A little short for a syndicate man, aren't you?
What? No, I'm Rammer. I'm here to rescue you.
Oh, that's different. Let me out of here. I need to get back to my husband.
He's waiting for you at his house. I'll meet you there. Probably should let the rest of them go.
You're not one of those syndicate thugs. Who are you?
Never mind, I'm here to get you out.
I greet you. I greet. I greet. I greet.
Yay, good for us. Doubt the captain of the ship is all that pleased. But that type of warrior hasn't been a problem for us. It's the casters. Where's the casters? Right. That's one job done. 2 jobs to go. Probably some kind of a bar here. Dockside Arms. Jimmy.
Hello.
The sailor looks at you with bleary, unfocused eyes.
Ahoy there, mate. Oh, what's your name?
Bob? No, I'm Rammer.
Well then, Rammer. Why don't you run along? I'm waiting for some.
Cool.
None of your business. Go on then, bugger off.
Okay. It's an inn. Let's see what we could do here now. I wonder what the Scarlet Lady is. If this were full of buffs and in combat mode, I'll go after the Dice Elemental now. The thievery might be a little bit of a more complex issue. I'm also inclined to talk to Gaston about it. Because it's clear that frozen rats. It's clear that he has something that he could use to pay them off, but he's refusing to do it. So I'm wondering if they gave me the job of acquiring those items in the first place. The sewers are bitterly cold, sharp contrast to the sweltering streets above. I have fire attacks. Prostilicus. Low Prostilicus. Failure to penetrate. We got pretty unlucky there.
Hold this spot. This spot right here.
Fair enough.
Get on them! Attack, I say!
Holy shit. I wish to be able to take him down quickly. Smaller Prostilicus. Multiple proselytices. Mission complete. So it seems that's the only reason the sewers existed here. I'm not sure if that's a bad idea. Right. So I'll just go in and report the success. It's 2 out of the 3 done.
Hello.
I've destroyed Frostilicus. Mikhail looks relieved.
At last. The thought of that monster roaming around was too much to bear. I must exercise more discipline in my creations.
That would be wise.
And you, the hero of the day, without your aid, who knows what Frostilicus would have destroyed in the meantime. You have my profound thanks, and you shall not go unrewarded. I have a number of magical items here from my personal collection. You may choose one.
Tell me a little about the items.
I have here an ancient suit of banded armor, powerful in its way, but rather ancient. Still, it has excellent damage resistance and you will never be knocked from your feet.
You can take any gender version or the female version. Female versions I think were lighter or something like that. Okay, what else?
A powerful magic staff, my very own, as a matter of fact. I have not made use of it in years, however, but you might find it useful in your travels. It's really only useful for a mage or a sorcerer, however, but take it if you like.
Anything else? The armor would be good for Nelise. Staff, not good for anyone.
Yes, one last item. A powerful set of bracers that bestow archery prowess upon the wearer, turning them into an archer of legendary proportions.
The armor sounded like the thing for me. Female version.
Consider it done. A fine reward for your gallant service.
I'm glad to have been able to help out. Your city has been through a lot in recent times, and the last thing the people needed was a rampaging monster.
Indeed. Now I must return to my studies to prevent something like that from ever happening again. Wish you the best of luck for the future, my friend.
So show me that sexy armor then. It should be heavy. It is heavy. Plus 5. Soak damage, that's not gonna be matter. Immunity to knockdown. Reduce weight. Right. it should still be far superior than this piece of shit. Actually, I'm not so sure. No, this is a slashing resist that will always work, plus 4 armor and weight reduction. Knockdown immunity is definitely a plus on this. It's not so good, still it might be valuable, so you can just sell it off. I'll uh, report the success on the other mission to then sell the inventory we picked up. End it there. Thievery might be more complex. Simply because I don't want to cause anyone to die because of it, and I probably want to talk to Gaston too, if he has anything to add about that, about the offer. It could also not be the only mission I have to do for him.
Yes?
You have returned my wife to me. Although I prayed for this to happen, part of me thought it was impossible.
They were tough, but not that tough. We won't be seeing the likes of them around here for some time.
That will put my mind at ease. But tell me, did you learn why they took her in the first place?
Well, it looked like some sort of slavery operation. There were many other women held there as well, probably taken from all over the country.
That is true. Many of the people I spoke with had been taken just like me. I overheard one of the guards saying that as soon as the remaining cells were filled, they would set sail.
Close call then.
Quite so. And now for your reward. I have this pair of boots for you. They are enchanted to provide you with greater resilience, which in your line of work could be very useful indeed.
Thank you, Charles. That's very generous of you. I'll put them to good use.
I wish you good fortune in your travels from here. Farewell.
Boots of Striding +6, so that's +6 to Constitution. Right. I sort of want to give them to Princess, but she's more... she has higher Constitution than I have, so I guess I'm the weak one here. I have a better defensive capabilities though. 300. Right now I'm the toughest one. Well, I'm supposed to be the frontline fighter of this group. Right. One more job to go, but I'll end things here. Wrap it up some other time. I'll probably do the shopping, or rather selling, after that. I want to make sure of one thing. Can we talk to him about the jobs they're giving me? No. So, we'll just have to finish them to see what happens. We could have just bought them, but I don't think that's my character's way of doing things. Even with evil aligned people. If there's a path forward without relying on that, I'll take it. However, there's no invisibility for me, so this could be bad. Real bad. I think this was it. Maybe? Possibly. After meeting with René, I seem to have gotten into something much larger. In order to cancel the debt owed to him, René wants me to retrieve 3 paintings from Pascal Rousseau. This could be dangerous, so I should use discretion if possible. Pascal's house can be found in the government district. And this is the only house here, so